You broke through in the endgame. Strong maneuvers win the day. All right, d4. They're trying to control the center and open up their bishop. Pawns meet in the middle. You like it symmetrical, huh? Okay, respect. Solid, solid. They're protecting that pawn and building central control. Nice! You're beefing up the center while developing the knight, multitasking. Your opponent's clearing the path, gonna unleash the bishop. Beware. Developing well. Nice job moving that bishop into the game. They stumbled a bit here. It is not a disaster, but it is certainly not a masterclass. Developing that knight and taking control of the center, like a chess boss. Okay, your opponent is kicking your bishop. Time to find a new spot on the board. You traded pieces like a pro. Equal value, equal respect. Your opponent just grabbed back and developed the queen at the same time. Smooth. You're setting up that bishop for a grand entrance, prepping for development. Your opponent gets their knight into the mix, grabbing control of the center. Game on. You've got that knight in a headlock, a nasty pin. Your opponent is kicking your bishop with a pawn. Gotta move it or lose it. That's the only move. You found the chef's kiss move. You're moving the bishop to safety. Sometimes you gotta run and hide. Center's getting spicy! Your opponent's pawn is challenging you. Time to react! Your better option was to strike at the center with a pawn. They snapped it back, easy peasy. Kingside castle? More like kingside hustle. Develop and defend. What a power move. Their best option was to castle to the same side as the opponent. You are now able to win a tempo by threatening a queen. You are threatening to win a rook through a fork. You get a chance to win a rook through a fork. Spicy fork incoming. Black is about to snag a rook. Oh, they're running away. Your opponent's king is dodging that check from your knight. That rook was hanging out there like a piñata, ready to be smashed. A solid choice, though they definitely left a better option on the table. You activated that knight. Now it's ready to rumble. Your opponent is like, nope, and slides their king to escape your knight's check. You're winning the tempo battle. Your opponent's got to react to that threat. Your opponent just got their queen out of dodge. Material saved, huh? Your pawn just got a VIP bodyguard, protecting it from danger. That is a move you can make. You're sending your knight to the sidelines. Gotta keep it active, folks. You are now able to counterattack an opposing bishop. You're cashing out those pieces. Good strategy to trade when ahead. A simple recapture from your opponent. Next. Not the best move, but not a bad one either. Their piece went from couch potato to track star. What a difference an active square makes. You just left your knight out to dry. It's free for the taking. They missed the chance to capture a free knight. You dodged that check like Neo in the Matrix. They took your knight for free? That's rough, buddy. There was just one good move, and you missed it. What? Your opponent missed the only good move. Time to capitalize, amigo. Dude, you missed the only good move. Ouch. Your opponent missed a golden chance. They could have capitalized on your error, but they blinked. Oof, that hurts. You dodged that bullet. Nice save, keeping that queen alive. Your opponent is like nope, and slides their king to escape your queen's check. Your best move was to force a weak, isolated pawn. Their better move was to develop further. That's the only move, and you nailed it. What a find. You traded pieces like a pro, even Steven. They snapped it back, easy peasy. Your best move was to move a queen to safety. A simple recapture from your opponent. Next. You had a better way to take an open file with a rook. You are now able to win a bishop by eventually trapping a piece. Black's sneaky plan could trap that bishop. Talk about a sticky situation. Your opponent is like, nope, and slides their king to escape your rook's check. You had an opportunity to win a bishop by trapping a piece. They saw your misstep and capitalized. They're back in the game. Can you believe it? Time to bail. Get that piece to safety. Their best option was to increase a bishop's scope by moving it to a better square. You traded pieces. Equal value. No funny business. They are threatening to force eventual checkmate. Your best move was to create a pawn chain. Their better move was to create a pawn chain. Like a ninja, you just slipped right out of that check from the rook. Your opponent blundered, giving you a chance to snag their bishop. You've got that open file on lockdown. It's a rook highway. Your opponent just got their bishop out of dodge. Material saved, huh? You got a free pawn. Nice steal. Smooth like butter. Your opponent is building a pawn chain, solidifying that structure, huh? You neutralize that attacker like a chess ninja. They snapped it back, easy peasy. Snag that piece back, easy peasy. A simple recapture from your opponent. Next. You lost your winning edge, but you're still ahead. Advantage main. Their pawn is now lost after that move. Your opponent just gave you the chance to shine. Not the best move, but it doesn't hurt. Your opponent is like, nope, and slides their king to escape your pawn's check. You're better, but that winning edge? Poof, gone. Your opponent just defended their bishop, which was under attack. Not the best move, but hey, we've all been there. They are threatening to win a pawn through an eventual fork. You lost your advantage, and now the game is close to equal. Their best option was to evade the check from the opposing rook. You allowed the opponent to win a pawn through a fork. Spicy fork alert! White is about to snag a pawn. You dodged that check like Neo in the Matrix. Their better move was to defend a pawn that was under attack. Capitalizing on blunders? That's my specialty. You're dominating. You dodged that bullet. Nice save, keeping that rook alive. Okay, it's a trade. Your opponent swapped pieces of equal value. What a balanced chess game. You have a pin on that bishop. They played an absolute top choice in this position. You grabbed that free pawn like a ninja snatching candy from a baby. I actually really love what they did here. You're about to snag a bishop by threatening that pinned piece. This move does absolutely zero to improve their life on the board. Oh, they're running away. Your opponent's king is dodging that check from your rook. Not bad, but there was a spicier option. Your opponent is like, nope, and slides their king to escape your rook's check. Rook to the 7th rank, activating the beast. They are threatening to win a rook through a skewer. You are threatening to force eventual checkmate. Their move stopped you from being able to force eventual checkmate. Unleashing those rooks on the 7th rank, total domination. They slipped up a bit here. Not the worst move, but definitely not the best. That's the right move, nice. Oh, they're running away. Your opponent's king is dodging that check from your rook. Checkmate's calling, can you hear it? Your opponent found the one and only move. It was the one. Not the best move, but it's not bad either. Your opponent is like, nope, and slides their king to escape your rook's check. Not the greatest move, but it's not bad either. They stumbled a bit here. It is not a disaster, but it is certainly not a masterclass. You just snagged a free pawn. That's what I call a bargain. Let's go. This move does absolutely zero to improve their life on the board. Eyes on the prize. That passed pawn is marching to the finish line. It is a solid choice, but your opponent definitely left some meat on the bone. Bingo. They slipped up a bit here. Not the worst move, but definitely not the best. You're cruising that passed pawn down the promotion highway. I really like their choice here. Not bad, but there was a better move available. You are now able to win a rook through an eventual skewer. You defended that pawn like a pro, nice. They stumbled a bit here. It is not a disaster, but it is certainly not a masterclass. You defended that rook like a champ. Good stuff. This move does absolutely zero to improve their life on the board. You dodge that check like Neo in the Matrix. You get a chance to force eventual checkmate. You're grinding out that checkmate, slow and steady wins the race. Your opponent just swapped pieces, a trade of equals. What's next? You're inching closer to that sweet, sweet checkmate. They played an absolute top choice in this position. You're moving closer to checkmate, keep up the pressure. The only move. You're not letting up. Closer and closer to checkmate. They played the strongest move available. You're not letting up. Keep the pressure on. Your opponent found the one and only move. It was the one. You finished with a ladder mate? Now that's how you bookend a game.